In just a few hours, state lawmakers will take more virtual feedback from the public over redrawing congressional maps here in Texas.
Yeah, they held a public meeting last night on congressional redistricting in Texas, a key step in the controversial process of redrawing district boundaries ahead of the 2026 election. CBS 19's Robert De La Garza joins us now to share what he learned from last night's meeting.
This is one of 4 public hearings held at the Capitol. Yesterday's focus was on East Texas and Harris County in Houston, giving residents a chance to speak out on the redistricting process. The hearing lasted nearly 5 hours. Over 50 public testimonies were made by community members, advocates, and elected officials who testified, with only one person speaking in favor of redistricting, while the rest voiced strong opposition. Republicans are under pressure from President Donald Trump to secure at least 5 additional congressional seats to help win back the House majority in 2026. Democrats, meanwhile, are calling recent redistricting efforts a blatant attempt at gerrymandering.
This is not redistricting. This is rigged districting. It is an absolute farce and disrespectful to every black and brown citizen in this state, Mr. Chairman. And I'm not going to move from that position.
The move comes as the DOJ has raised concerns that 4 of the state's congressional districts were drawn unconstitutionally based on racial factors.
Texas has changed. The people have changed, and our maps must catch up.
Dr. John Barrett, a political science professor at LeTourneau University, says lawmakers usually redraw congressional districts every 10 years.
So the Republicans are kind of bracing, to lose some seats because of that kind of natural flow to politics.
But now Texas is doing it mid-decade, which many Democrats are calling a, quote, desperate power grab.
Doing it now without the current data is a manipulation of the system that does not represent the real people and real communities. In other words, you're rigging the rules in the middle of the game.
And so they're trying to find a way that they can, again, hang on to control of the Congress so that they could hopefully continue to pass legislation in Trump's second half.
Governor Abbott added redistricting to the special session of the legislature, along with other top priorities being Texas water rights, flooding, and the THC ban. Abbott appointed East Texas lawmaker Senator Brian Hughes and Representative Cole Hafner to the Congressional Redistricting Committee last week.
Again, just make sure that we're properly reflecting the values of this state. And so that's what this process is for debate and discussion, to hear from our citizens.
Hafner also acknowledged the challenges and political nature of the process, but says these hearings are made to learn from the constituents to make informed judgments.
Well, redistricting is an imperfect process. It is a highly political process, and we'll gather information and gather facts, and then make the decisions based on what we find out, and we'll see where it goes.
The committee is expected to hold its final public hearing at the Capitol today as the focus will shift to West Texas. There was a redistricting meeting held last night at UT Arlington as Senator Miles says there were hundreds of people inside and outside the school's theater. We'll continue to follow the redistricting process and how it may impact representation here in East Texas. Back to you.